In Your Fitness with April, you are here for double the intensity, double trouble. How about double down day? So what the game plan is for today is we're going to take 2 exercises and combine them. And then we're going to take 2 other exercises that are going to be in plank form and combine them. And we're going to do both of those exercises each for a minute, both of the combos each for a minute, and then we're going to repeat it for a double down. What do you think? So we're going to get warmed up. Go ahead and turn some music on. It is so windy out and I have some sort of allergy, so if I'm clearing my throat and coughing a little bit, I'm so sorry. So just maybe drown that out with a little bit of music on your end. So we're gonna go wide. I'm gonna have my arms come out lengthwise, straight out from those shoulders, shoulders back and down. I'm gonna drop those hips, pull those abs in. Yes. I'm gonna drop and hold a little lower, and I'm gonna start alternating my heels, coming up off the floor. Now, I'm gonna start bringing my arms in and back, in and back. All right, so I'm happy that you're here with me. I hope you have a good time today. So I have a mixture of weights. I have light, moderate, and heavy. Because I'm just not sure, I wanna make sure that I'm able to continue to keep my form, but just if I get into that second set, and I need a lighter weight, I wanted to have it close by. Give me 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna hold it down. I'm gonna drop and I'm gonna lift my knee up, down, up. So I'm thinking about bringing my knee toward my elbows. Drop, lift. So getting down into a nice deep squat. Remember, we're warming up, so it's as deep as you can get it. Inhale, exhale. Yeah. We're gonna have a lot of core today. Every time you hit that floor into that plank combo challenge, you'll feel it. 4, 3, 2, now stay tall and just lift those knees. Arms coming behind you. Breath in, breath out. 4, 3, now narrow legs right here, arms under the legs. We're tall. Those abdominals pulling in tight. Now we're going to start adding rotation, elbow to knee, so you can get your chest to turn out to the side. Right here. Breath in and out. We're going to have a good time today. Just take your time through each minute. And of course you can rest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, give me a squat. Touch the floor to your ceiling. Or if you're outside, to the sky. Nice to take me outside sometimes. Get an outdoor workout for you. If it wasn't so windy, I probably would have filmed outside. Give me 4. And 3, and 2. I want to go through a few crosses here. Yeah, I love to loosen that lower back. Get that heel lift, knee turned in. Yeah, stretching long, powering through. Give me 8 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come in and take your hands behind your hips. Open that chest. Settle those shoulders down. Hands away from those hips. Knees are soft, glutes are tight, so we're not arching through that back. Upper back stretch, tuck the hips under a little more. Separate right through that scapula. Opening. And open that chest. Take that left leg forward. We're going to sit the hips back. Just get a nice long stretch for those hamstrings, feeling those calves with those toes pulled back. Yes. So I'm going to give you an idea of weight before we get started. on each move. So the first move is going to be a rear stepping lunge with an upright row. So usually in rows, since you're incorporating shoulders and back, usually you can go a little heavier. And then plus we want to have that intensity for the legs too when we drop down. So I'm going to use my heavy, roll it up, roll those shoulders. All right, so the first move is going to be a rear stepping lunge with an upright row, just like this, staying tall, chest high. Your next move is going to be coming down, no weights. You're going to go into animal plank, into plank. You're going to go into animal squats. You're going to bend your knees, shift your hips back, come forward. And you're going to go into side plank, scissoring those feet, come back to center, animal plank, side plank, other side, right there. You can always drop those knees, go into side plank with those knees, pop up, shift back, knees down, and so on. All right, so those are your two moves. Are you ready? Get that heavy weight, timer on, chest tall, rear stepping lunge, upright row. You're on your way. We got double treble. Here we go. So those combined moves, rear lunge, upright row. Concentrate on your back knee falling. Back heel is raised up and off the floor. Your heel digging into the floor in front. Posture tall. Don't be afraid to switch your weight out at any time. You can always do this with body weight too. Anything through class in this workout, you just listen to your body. Do what you can. 15 seconds. Be down on the floor. Yeah. Double whammy. One more. Good. Drop those weights. Come on down. So you're going to take those legs back. Going to go into animal squat. 3, 2, 1. Shift back, come forward. Side plank. Remember your options. Get that scissoring. With those feet, if you're on your toes, feel the ankles shift over. Keep your knees low to the ground in the animal squat. Remember, tight quads when you come out. Woo! Working your way through. Come on. The full body effects here. Almost there. Power through. Woo! All right, last one. Take it to the other side and walk it in right here. Roll it up. All right, now what's good is you know what you're doing for this next round, right? You're going back into that rear stepping lunge, upright row. Here we go, double down. Second round, same two moves. Right here, rear lunge, upright row. Remember, you can go slower. How we doing? You telling me good? You're so good. Awesome. Chest stays up. Shoulders stay back. Feel that upper back in your training. Feel that low. Belly buttons in. So good. Come on. 15 seconds. Yes. Ready for more animal squats? Last one. Drop it down. Drop those hips. You're gonna walk out here. Those legs in position. Making sure you can scissor. Animal squat. Here we go. Shift back. Side plank, shift back, side plank, power. Come on. Can you speed it up? Feel that blast off when you're back, coming forward. Feeling that nice flat body. Trying not to elevate through the hips. Woo! Feeling chest, feeling shoulders. So that combo move, and then adding obliques in. Woo! Yes. You're doing great. Last one. And give me a quick stretch. And release. Hands to those knees. And this is where you're going to take a quick water break. Your next two moves. I'm going to ask you to hold your heavy. You're going to come down and hold squat. Nice and low. We're going to do our bicep curls here. Chest is going to stay tall. You can alternate if you need to. Your next move is to come down right into plank. Got those abs in tight. You're going to do one mountain climber and you're going to do one jack. What I'm going to ask you to do is them in a hold position. So it looks like this. Out, in. Out, pull, in, hold. Out, pull, in, hold. Now if you're on your knees, you can do, whoop, you can do 2, 1, 2, and then pull in for 2. All right, are we good? Ready for your next round? So that quick break is ideal for you to get intensity. Pushing right here. Legs wide, hips down, shift back. Here we go, 1 minute. Squeezing those glutes, opening those knees, chest out, lift up tall. Making sure you're not rounding at all. So you're gonna really feel those legs. But concentrate on biceps. If your legs fatigue, come up a little higher. You're still shifted back, still getting load through the glutes. So choose what you can do. Come on. Keep tightening those glutes, pushing into those heels. Tighter on each one. Alternating the arms if you need to. Power. Whew. Come on. Abs in. Super strong. So you got that squat hold, those biceps. Last one. Did you feel that? Yeah, come on up. All right, you're gonna come down to the floor. Walk it out. All right. So you're gonna go plank jack with a knee pull hold. Here we go. Out, pull in. Out, pull in. Out, in. Remember your modification options. That in, you're holding, making those abs hold you up. Super strong through the chest, through the shoulders. Woo. Halfway. Come on. Straight legs. Don't be afraid to sit back. Get a quick rest. Come back in. Nothing about two of anything is easy, right? You're doubling down. Yeah, feel this. Hold it back, bend your knees, walk in, roll it up, shake it out. Now, try to do those heavies again. Grab them. All right, challenge accepted. Here we go. Bicep curls, breath out. Woo. So remember, after these next 2 minutes, you'll get a quick break. I'll show you the next 2. So push, because you know you got a recovery. At those abs. Do you feel them? Core strength. Come on. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Feel your heels. Dig down into the floor. Keep powering. Single arm if you need to. Try to stay low. Stay with me. Come on. 15 seconds. You got it. Big squeezes. 10. Woo. Ready? Last one. Drop, come up. Wow. So much inner thigh there. Drop those hips. Walk it out. Bring those legs. Hip distance. Hands under the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Out, pull. Out and pull. Remember, you can always just stay back and hold plank as well. You can even come to the knees. Still at work. Finding challenge. Remember, you have a quick rest coming up. Tighten those abs. Come on. Woo. 15 seconds. Keep thinking you can. 10. 2. And stretch back. Oh, well deserved. And come up. Now, the next round, I'm going to use my lighter weight. So, combinations of your next two are like this. It's going to be a squat. You're going to drop down into squat. Then you're going to lift. You're going to turn to lunge, extend the arm. Drop down. So you're going to get that cross. Drop the knee into lunge. So notice, you drop, up, drop. So when you're coming up, toes turn out, heel lifts, knee comes down. All right, next two moves in that plank form. You're going to come down into a half burpee with your weights. So you're going to drop down, walk or jump back. Half burpee, so you're going to come in, hold, lengthen spine, 2 crosses, down and back. So we got crosses on both. So very core involved, right? All right, are you ready? So legs wide. The answer was yes. Okay, squat first, lunge, cross, squat, lunge, cross, squat, cross. So when I'm extending that arm, I want to make sure I don't lock my elbow. Drop, drop. Yes, feel the down. That's where the work is. Don't be afraid of it. That's the way. Work our way. Double the intensity. Your mindset. You have double power today, right? One more each side. Right there. Come in, shake it out. So half burpee. Come up, lengthen spine. 2 crosses. All right. So bring it up. Drop those hips back. Walk or jump back. 2 crosses. Down, back, in, 2 crosses. Feel your plank. So I want you to hold that plank for a second. Whew. That's it. One at a time. Wide legs, hips low. Whew. Doing it. All right, time for one more. 2 crosses, and come up and shake it out. Wow, strong round, right? So we have the squat with the cross. Ready? Here we go. Take your time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Feel that pivot. Lift that heel. Go to the toes. Passing halfway. Wow. Legs, legs, legs. But think of core. Woo. Power in the core. 15 seconds. Drop, drop. Last one each side. And come up. Wow. All right, we're in it. We're gonna go into that burpee. Hold that plank for a second. And then come up. 2 crosses. Ready? Go. Hold it. In. So that way your legs really define that plank. Nice tight quads at that plank. Have time to prepare for that in. Breath out. Be consistent. So good. Are you getting a break coming up? Yes. Come on, so work hard. Come on. Oh, last one. And come up. Shake it out. Wow. Drop those weights. Get water. Wow is right. All right. You're going to need your moderate set for the next round. So it's going to be a deadlift. Then you're going to step into a lateral lunge. Then as you're down in that lateral lunge, you're going to do a forward extension. Okay? Or a forward raise actually. So it looks like this. Deadlift, lateral lunge, forward raise. Other side. It'll be deadlift, lateral lunge, forward raise. Your next move is going to be down onto your elbows this time. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. We're gonna lift, you're gonna be on your hands, and we're gonna do a rear lift, is the plan, 2 times. Then you're gonna curl 2 times. Rear, rear, curl, curl. Good, good? All right. So plan for that lateral step. Pull those abs in. All right, break done. Next, round of combinations, doubling it down. Deadlift, lateral lunge, forward raise. Come up. Deadlift, lateral lunge, forward raise. And lift. Deadlift, lunge, raise. Push up. Oh, feel strong during that lift right here. Woo! Find that power within you. Come on. Work that low in that lunge. Hinge without rounding your back. So make sure when you hinge, you're not rounding that back. We lunge, we sit back. Forward raise, not going higher than the hips. Here we go. Higher than the shoulders, I should say. Deadlift. Lateral lunge. Forward raise. Got time for one more. Here we go. We're gonna go to the other side. Deadlift. Lateral lunge. Forward raise. All right. Down to those hands and toes. So we're gonna walk it out. Hands right under shoulders. Legs back under hips. Up 2, long, now bend. For 2, straight leg. Curl. Now this can be done on the knees. Straight leg, curl, curl. Straight leg, straight, then curl and curl. So it's more of a lift because that leg's almost in that curled position, but that tension is there. Up, up, curl, curl. Straight, think of those glutes. Think of the glutes as you curl. Woo! Yes. Up, 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 in. You got it. One more. Up, up, in. Knees down. Walk back, roll up. All right. Grab those weights again. We are going into that deadlift. Lateral lunge. Forward, raise. Deadlift. Lateral lunge. Forward raise. Go. Lengthen spines. Power. Woo. Come on. Feel that core. So challenged. Well done. Come on. How low can you get in that lunge? Sit back. It's going to make it more challenging to come back up. That's what we want. Seeing the depths of your intensity, of your strength. Woo. Come on. You can do it. One more each side. Drop. Step out. Raise. Step in. Coming down to the floor. 2 straight. 2 bent. Chest is out. Abs are in. Here we go. Lift, lift, curl, curl. Focus stays on the glutes. Chest through your arms. Make sure your elbows point towards your hips here. Oh yeah. Come on. Up, up, in. That second minute gets challenging, doesn't it? Yes. Repeating the move, 15 seconds. You get your quick rest. Yeah, huh? Last 2. As promised. Knees down, release back. All right, come in, roll up, grab water. Your next round needs no weights in the beginning and no weights when we hit the floor. So pure body weight. So then you're like, great, I know that must be challenging. All right, so we're gonna combine a lunge and a kick. So the lunge, since you do not have any weights, you're gonna focus on range for intensity. So you're gonna get that lunge down low, and you're gonna come up, kick and touch your foot. So you're gonna get rotation, right? That arm's gonna come over. If you can't touch your foot, shin or knee works too. So it's lunge, kick. So it's 1 minute on that leg. When we repeat it, we get the other minute. Then we're gonna come down. This time it's gonna be an elbow plank. You're gonna have wrist to elbow on the floor. You're going to shift your hips in rainbow style, dipping them left to right, just like this. So scissor your feet 2 times, forward extension 2 times. Shift, shift. Now if you need your knees down for that forward extension, then pop back up. And if you don't like that shift side to side, bend one knee, then the other, and then go into that forward extension. So it can be that as well, bent knee instead of shifting the hips. Rested, ready? It's gonna be squat kick in 5 seconds, lunge kick in 3, 2. I'm gonna have my right leg forward, left leg back. Right hand touches, drop, kick. So tight abs, drop it. Try to get that back knee down. Chest stays high. Try to dig that front heel in. Remember, balance can be an issue. Just take your time. You're halfway. Do you feel it? Woo! Keep working at it. Keep plugging away. You got this. Shaking out, getting back in if you need to. 5 seconds. And that leg's done. All right. Then we're going to shift down to the floor. Walk it out. All right. So I'm going to come down to my elbows, up to my toes. Here I go. 2, and then reach for 2. Shift, shift, reach, reach. Take your time on each, combining 2 moves to challenge you. Woo! Feel the ankles, shifting side to side. Strong reach. Remember, the knees can come down if you need them. Power right through. You're almost there. Place those knees down, hips back. Walk in, hands to knees. Come on up, roll it up. So I had my right leg forward last time. So it's gonna be my left leg forward this time. All right, ready? Down, up. Now you may feel that you have better balance on one side than the other. It's good to find your strengths and weaknesses. Good. Reach it out. Try to touch something out there. Back knee falls. Down. Up. Those abs in. Feel that connection as that leg comes across. 15 seconds. Woo! Doing so good. Last one. And shake it out. All right, we're coming down. Gonna drop it out. Drop those hips. Walk it out. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Hip, hip, reach, reach. You get tight quads as you're reaching. Remember that hold. You can bend the knees instead of dropping the hips. Woo! Breath out each time. Less than 15 seconds. Break is coming. Woo! All right, knees down, walk it back. Let those arms go long. And then we have those hands by those knees, roll it up. Oh, grab some water. You're gonna need one heavy for the next. So we're gonna go into squat with knee lift. With rotation, we're gonna alternate each side. Looks like this. All right. Squat, knee rotate. Taking your time when you get here. Take your time. Okay. Then your next move is going to be a single weight. You're gonna go down into a burpee with just one weight. So you're gonna go down, one hand on the weight, one hand on the floor. Jump back, jump in. Your elbow's gonna lift. We're gonna go overhead. We're gonna come down, elbow is up, and then we come back down. So it's just like an upright row. Lift the elbow, then we're gonna flip that elbow down to overhead. And then right here, you want to turn that elbow back up nice and quick and bring it to the floor. All right, so we're gonna do the right side, going up on that first minute, then the left on the next minute. Sound good? So we just need that one weight. You're ready. Squat, knee, rotate. Here we go. Next round. Remember, that rest really fuels you for your next round. Don't you feel good? Get that rotation. Rotate. Get that exhale. You got it. Up and out. Yeah. Take your time. Feel those legs. Yeah. Come on. Doing great. Last one. Shake it out. All right. That single weight. Remember, if you feel that it's too heavy, go down into that lighter set that you have. All right, ready. Drop, jump back, or walk. In, elbow leads, take it up. Down, back, in, elbow leads, up. Down, back, in, up. So feel that Single side challenge. Woohoo! Remember, you can walk back those burpees. Find your challenge. How's that arm feel? Remember that next minute, it's the other side. Ah. One more. And bring it in. Shake it out. All right. We get squat, rotation, alternating. Bring that weight up. 3, 2, are you breathing heavy like me? I hope so. Here we go. Woo! Breath all the way through. You got it. Come on. That's the way to do it. So good, you guys. Come on. I feel legs. Not giving up. Powering out. "15 seconds. You got this. Come on. Finish strong. Last one. And shake it out. Wow. All right. Weight in the other hand. Okay. You're ready. Remember that elbow leads. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Prepare with those abs, those glutes, before the arm even lifts. Woo! Doing so good. Remember those nice long legs when you jump back. Woo! All right, last one. And you did it. Drop that weight. Grab some water. You have one more round to go. So that's 4 more minutes of work. All right. Now I'm going to use my lighter set of weight for the next round. So you're going to feel this everywhere. It's going to be plie, toes turned out. We're going to take those arms and we're going to have those weights in our hands. We're going to drop those hips down. You're going to pulse those legs. But what we're going to do for 15 seconds is hold the arms level right here. Then we're going to extend the arms, try to hold them here lengthened and level. Then we're going to take them overhead and then we're going to hold them there all while pulsing. And then our last 15 seconds will be right here. Sound good? All right, then you're going to have Renegade Row, which I'm going to ask you to use your heavy. Remember with rowing. So you're going to be down in that plank form. So we're going to think of triceps after the row. So you're going to be on your toes, row. Then we're going to take those knees down, tricep push-up, and then we're gonna do that 2 times, and then come up and row. I like to take my legs wider than my hips, and then you have the option to not put the knees down when you go into that tricep push-up. So you can also take those knees down during the rows at any time. All right, so that's your bottom. So what are we doing? One last round, 4 minutes of work. You're ready? That was a good rest. If your arms fatigue, drop them for a second, bring them back up. Legs out, start pulsing, arms hold here. Try to keep them level. Now that 15-second increments is probably gonna make it go fast, I hope. Look, already 15 seconds, arms out. Now if you can't hold them level, try to hold them 45. All right, try right here. Come on, pull those abs in. All right, now we're gonna take them overhead. Hold them here. 15 seconds, all while those hips are going down and up. Hips can be stationary. They can be higher. Woo! All right, 15 seconds left. Right here, 90. Yeah, you did it. Oh. Did that go faster than you thought? Come on. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 3 more minutes of work. Come on down. Grab those heavies. Renegade row to triceps. Woo! So feet and knees a little wider than the hips. 2 rows. Knees down. Tricep push-ups. Pop up. Row. Now you can do the push-ups on your toes if you can. Row. Pull those abs in. Oh, gotta do them slower on my toes. Row. Push up. Push up. Row. Push up. Push up. Row. One more time. Push up. And send it back. Oh. So you challenge yourself. That is how we do it. We just keep seeing what we can do, how we can keep improving. All right, grab those lights. Last 2 minutes. Here we go. Wow. Let's do it. Challenge is set forth. You're at the wheel. You're gonna steer yourself right to the finish. Straight out. Remember, you can drop lower. Come on. Feel your core. Feel the legs being challenged. Take it overhead. Oh, try not to arch that back or add any extension. You're so close, you guys. So close. Bend those arms. 15 seconds here. Come on. Down, up. Down, up. 10 seconds. Wow. I hope you feel proud of yourself. 3, 2, come up. All right, final minute. Coming down. Rowing. And that tricep push-up. All right. Ready, set, row. Final minute. Push up. It was supposed to be 2 push-ups, huh? 1. Thought that felt easy. 2. Hopefully you didn't cheat like me. Here we go. Down. Up. Oh. Woo! Row. push up. Now when your form isn't perfect, row. Push up. Can we do it chest out? Elbows close. Row. And push up 2 times. And stretch it back. You did it. Foreheads down. Chins in. And release. We did so much today. I want you to take your left leg forward and take your elbow down that thigh. Reach that right arm forward and back. Good. That mobility through the shoulder. Now come up tall. Tricep stretch here. Now lean to that left side. Side release. Squeeze your right glute. Feel the hip flexors. I feel some quads, obliques, lats. And release. Lengthen that front leg. So left leg out. One hand down on each side. Chins in. Let your head drop down. Feel the next rounding. Pull that chin in. Relaxing through the shoulders. Upper back releasing. You're going to come forward onto that left foot. That back knee is going to come up. You're going to take your right hand down and left arm up. Now your back knee, your right knee can be on the floor. Look up at that arm. Lengthen that arm. Try to touch that ceiling. And then bring that back knee down and come up and change sides. All right, nice long stretch. Taking that time, coming forward, elbow comes down. You're very warm, so see what range you can get. Nothing forced as usual. This one will come up. Tricep stretch. Now squeeze that left glute. Lean out to that right side. Feel that left hip opening. Chin in. And release. Great. You're going to lengthen that right leg out. Hands come down on each side. Round, chin in, tops of the heads down. Once again, letting go. Wanting to feel that release in that lower back. And then come forward onto that right. Left hand down, lift up to that back toe. Reach that right arm up. Nice long lift. Up and away from the floor. And bring that knee down and come up. You're going to come up nice and tall onto both feet. So now that you've done this one time through, you kind of got a feel for it. It's great always to repeat them and see, could I use a heavier weight? Maybe you're using too heavy of a weight and you had to stop and then reset, so maybe use the lighter weight next time. So it's great to repeat this and see how you can perform it now that you already know what's ahead. And then you just get used to those movements, and then you can find a way to add intensity. Maybe add more flexibility, add more range. Yeah, both arms. So impressed, you stuck with me. We're gonna come center, we're gonna stretch those quads. We're gonna bring that right foot up here, catch it, bring the thigh to thigh, squeeze that glute. Let that foot just be heavy in your hand behind you. And release. Other side. Bring it up, bring it in. And that's going to be the end of this workout, but there's so many more to come. I'm always thinking I do take requests. So if you have any good ideas and you want something to be added to my channel, go ahead and give me a comment. I'd love to know. I'd love to add. Drop that down. Take those hands onto those thighs. Shift the hips back and drop all the way down. Bring those heads down. Now chins in, slowly roll it up. Roll those shoulders. Make sure you give me a like. Go ahead and share this with someone. I so love you working out with me. So I hope you have a great day. Anywhere Fitness with April. Go ahead and have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.